Welcome to Church History Stories, where I explore fascinating and sometimes controversial topics from the history of the Church. Today, I'm diving into the intriguing story of the Flagellants, a movement defined by dramatic acts of public penance, desperation, and controversy. Their tale is one of devotion, fear, and the enduring human search for redemption in the face of crisis. The story of the Flagellants is one of undeniable devotion born from extreme devotion, leading to controversy. Originating in the medieval period, the Flagellants rose to prominence during times of societal upheaval and crises, such as the Black Death, earning both reverence and condemnation for their dramatic acts of public penance. A typical flagellant would strip to the waist, wield a scourge of leather thongs, often tipped with sharp points or iron bits, and march in public processions alongside others. They would lash themselves until blood streamed from their backs, chanting hymns and crying out for divine forgiveness. This public display of penance was shocking not only for its physical intensity, but also for its communal and theatrical nature. Crowds gathered to witness these rituals, drawn by a mix of curiosity, fear, and religious fervour. To many, the Flagellants represented the ultimate expression of piety and self-sacrifice, while to others their actions bordered on hysteria and fanaticism. The Flagellants as a collective movement first appeared in 1260 in the Italian city of Perugia during a period of widespread fear and apocalyptic expectation. Led by the hermit Raniero Fossani, these groups believed that public displays of penance could avert divine judgment. They would gather in large processions, chanting hymns, carrying banners, and whipping themselves with scourges until they bled. These dramatic acts symbolized their repentance and a desire to cleanse the world of sin. The movement spread rapidly through northern Italy and beyond, fueled by the tense atmosphere of the time, political strife, natural disasters, and the belief that the end of the world was near. Thousands joined these processions, including clergy and lay people, men, women, and even children. Their rituals became highly organized, with specific rules governing their behavior, such as a commitment to avoid contact with women and a vow of obedience to their leaders. Flagellation as a form of religious penance wasn't unique to the Flagellants. It has roots in ancient practices, with early Christian monasticism incorporating forms of corporal punishment to discipline monks. However, self-flagellation as a widespread practice began to emerge in the 10th and 11th centuries among ascetic hermits in Italy, such as Dominicus Loricatus and later Peter Damian. These figures saw the act as a way to mortify the flesh and seek atonement for sins. Over time, their influence led to the formalization of self-flagellation as a spiritual discipline. The resurgence of the Flagellants in 1348, during the Black Death, marked the movement's most infamous period. As the plague ravaged Europe, many believed the disease was divine punishment for humanity's sins. The Flagellants, seeking to atone on behalf of the populace, travelled across Europe in dramatic, bloody processions. Their chants and hymns often carried apocalyptic themes, and some claimed to possess letters from Christ himself, urging repentance. The sight of their self-inflicted suffering stirred both awe and fear among the masses. However, the Church grew increasingly concerned about the Flagellants. Their rituals often bypassed ecclesiastical authority, with many Flagellants rejecting the need for the Church's sacraments or the priesthood. Some leaders even began claiming miraculous powers, such as healing the sick and raising the dead. These theological deviations, coupled with reports of anti-clerical sentiments and disorder, led Pope Clement VI to condemn the movement in 1349. Secular authorities also cracked down on the processions, viewing them as a threat to social order. Despite these efforts, the Flagellant movement left a lasting impact. In Italy, their processions inspired the creation of religious hymns and even dramatic religious plays, which contributed to the development of Italian drama. Although the organized movement faded after the 15th century, the idea of public penance and self-mortification persisted in various forms. Flagellation continued to be practiced in some Catholic traditions, and even spread to other parts of the world, including the Americas and Asia, through missionary activities. Today, the Flagellants serve as a vivid reminder of medieval Europe's turbulent history. Their story reflects humanity's search for meaning and redemption in times of despair, a testament to the lengths people will go to seek salvation. Their legacy, while controversial, underscores the deep spiritual and social currents that shaped the medieval world. Thank you for joining me in this study. If you enjoyed today's topic, please like, share, and subscribe for more church history stories. Cheers!